All right, very well done, Math 121 late start students. You have worked through the getting started module. You've practiced your emails. You've practiced working through Canvas. You basically did your practice assignment, wrote your introduction. So you're ready to go. All right, and now it's on to the important item of reviewing. We need to make sure you have the proper foundation for this class. As I've mentioned, since it's a late start, we have basically 12 weeks to do what's normally done in 16. So there's a lot to do. So don't rest now, right? Make sure you can do the review items. Make sure you're comfortable with that pretest, because if you're not, chances are you're not ready for this class. All right. So that's what this review module's for. Please make sure you don't delay because you already have some Math 121 modules that will be due during our first week. So, like I said, time is of the essence. No rest for the weary, if you would. So without any further ado, let me share my screen. All right. And what you're looking at is our home screen again. If you go to modules, right, what you'll see is basically the review module that you're on. And basically all my modules, when we come into it, there you can kind of see what's coming down the track there is they have an overview page, some videos to watch, as well as homework sets and review discussion board. So right now you are in the review page. All right, so let me go to the overview. There's the video you're currently watching. All right, and I want to make sure that you understand a couple of things. Number one, I am not going to formally lecture over this material. This material that you saw on the pretest in our first day of class is material that you should know pretty well. All right, as a matter of fact, I even gave you a link. If you come up here, if you upload it, right, here's basically a copy of the pretest I shared with you on the first day of class. So items like working with fractions, being able to solve equations, being able to solve formulas and inequalities, slopes of lines, working with equations of lines, graphing lines, finding the equations. Those are all skills that you need to have coming into this class. Things that you hopefully learned in a Math 114 class before this class, or somewhere back in high school. So hopefully you're having a lot of aha moments and getting these ideas back. All right. If you need more practice, there's some homework review that I've done. I do reference the textbook still. I'm still, like I told you guys, I'm kind of moving away from the textbook, but I still reference it in these videos at the moment. And then we're going to test your ability on this review material on Thursday, February 22nd. So like I said, time is of the essence. Not only are you going to have to get this review done, but I'm also going to be testing you on some chapter 4 material, Math 121. So please don't rest. You should be working every day. And then I strongly recommend that if the review's not going well, all right, you might want to consider dropping back to Math 114 or seeing me for a lot of help because like I said, fractions and solving equations, inequalities, and lines, they're essentially our basics for this class. But have no fear, what I have done, right, if you press the next button, right, I actually have prepared videos for you where I actually walk you through the pretest. Hopefully, as you listen to my voice, a couple of things are going to happen here. Number one, you're going to get used to my lessons. As I mentioned, we are a flipped classroom, and so hearing my voice, watching how I do problems, watching how I show work, is very imperative. So hopefully you'll like what you see and you decide to stick around. But I'm literally going through every single problem on the pretest, telling you what you should be looking out for, how to do the problems, how to get the answers. What I'm hoping you do is have a lot of aha moments. When you're finished watching the videos, right, there's some homework sets. So if you look at R1 homework set, it's basically a review of your real number system, right? So you'll see your review of your number system, order of operations, all right, fraction work, etc. If you press the R2, download that, right? There's some work related to solving equations, right? Solving formulas, solving inequalities. And then I think you get the point right now, R3. I also posted the answer keys. So as you do those work and you want to know if you got them right or wrong, right, there's all your answers to the R1 questions, the R2 questions, the R3 questions. So that should give you some more practice to make sure that you have these items down. All right. And again, oops, it looks like I have a typo there. Our first test is not January 25th. That's past. Our first test is February 22nd. I'll get that updated there. So there's some review exercises to work on to get these items back, to get refamiliar with these important review material. And then, of course, if you press next, there's a discussion board. So if you have any questions on that, you can see I updated this one, right? Our first test is February 22nd. So if you have any questions from the review homework, any questions on the videos that I made, if you need some extra help, right, the review discussion board is a great place for you to ask for that. And I'll reach out to you. I'm hoping some of your classmates will actually reach out to you as well. All right, so there's plenty to do. Like I said, there's basically a walkthrough of the review module. Make sure you're comfortable with this material, because that way you're ready for test number one that's coming up. And again, if you, as I mentioned in the overview page, if you do not pass test number one, if you struggle watching my videos, if you're still struggling, you're not very clear on how to work with fractions, how to solve equations, how to solve inequalities, how to graph lines and work with linear equations, that is a very strong sign that you're in the wrong class. You might want to consider dropping back to a Math 114, or maybe not attempt Math 121 in a short time period. You might want to actually re-enroll for something that's going to be over a 16-week period. All right. Other than that, plan on seeing me for a lot of help if you do. But otherwise, I hope things go well. You're comfortable with material, right? It all comes back as you watch the videos and get used to my voice and watching my lessons. All right. So without any further ado, I think I'm going to sign out, let you guys get to work. I'll see you around.